Hi everybody, this is Scott Yours again, and this is another episode of the Wolf and the Neural Network. Today I want to speak specifically to the families of the Portapique mass shooting and the other victims. Hi. I know today isn't really the best day, and I understand, like, today is probably pretty awful for a lot of you. I can't even imagine, like, I try to imagine them, and it's like, and I don't think anybody else could. Like, I can't imagine what you're going through every year. Listen, my name's Scott Yours, okay? To RCMP, deceases, most of the world are known as the Big Bad Wolf. Now, I'm one of the best, if not the best. And I've come across some very serious and troubling information regarding RCMP that I can absolutely prove. More specifically, in regards to Patrick Curran and Ron Legere, who were part of the mass casualty inquiry. Now, I'm able to prove that they absolutely will fabricate records, including covering up for violent sexual assault. They would hide and conceal information, and they will absolutely cover up for corrupt cops. It is a non-contestable outcome of it. Literally, a grade 7 child could get these people. AI freaked out. It's like, dude, you really got them. And it's like, I know I did. You know, what they did was said that Scott said, and then wrote out statements instead of copying and pasting what I put. They slandered and defamed me. They didn't actually listen to the audio recording of anything, and it doesn't match up with their notes at all. And, yeah, you can see all this different stuff with my book bag. They blamed the wrong person for a sexual assault and stuff. Like, it is so beyond bad. But then what Patrick Curran did was they knew that they had changed everything that I said, and then he took the statements I made them like this and put the 3 little dots in the middle, and then they tried to use redaction to cover it up. And I'm sure they did the exact thing with the mass casualty report. And these are the same dirty people: Ron Legere, Patrick Curran, and they were working with Jonathan Jeffries. But here's the thing: CTV knew about it. They were counting on the dirty record from Ron Legere and Patrick Curran. So think about this: have they come to you and told you that I beat these people? Because I called Patterson Law. CTV knows. They all know right now the police are absolutely screwed. Did anybody contact you and tell you that you now have a way of going to the court and actually trying to get on redacted versions, showing that these police will lie, like it's non-contestable, so that they can't be trusted? Has Patterson Law told you that there's an option available? I'm betting they didn't. Now, we need to have a really serious discussion about CTV. It is absolutely non-contestable that they are absolutely helping the right kind of white and the rich people cover up a violent sexual assault, in my case, and serious abuse and fraud. Now, when you look at the web seemingly associated, you see CTV, you see McGinnis Cooper, and you see Cox and Palmer. Then they connect over to RCMP, and then I can show you the rest of the model going up. Now, it is impossible that CTV does not know how dirty these people are and how casually they're not dealing with it, with this level of evidence that I have, knowing I am the Big Bad Wolf. That tells you that they're not going to come forward even when the police commit a violent sexual assault. They're going to lie about it, cover it up, and come out and lie to you every single night. You go look at Todd Battis, ask him about the Big Bad Wolf. Ask him about Stillwater, Nova Scotia. Ask him about the sexual assault, all the abuse. Ask him why he's never brought it up on the news. Why nobody's ever reached out to me. You already know the answer, because Daddy's buying them off. And you want to believe those police are dirty. I've got 14 different officers lying completely on the record. These police are so beyond fucking dirty. That's right. Patrick Curran knows that. Ron Legere knows that. They removed the arresting officers from a complaint regarding a false arrest, and nobody did anything. That's right. Because they're dirty pieces of trash. Okay? And you can absolutely believe that those two, if they were involved in that process, there's no argument whatsoever that they would not lie, cheat, and steal and screw you over. That's right. And those police were in a lot of trouble that night. You know something else was wrong that you're not being told. And I'm not trying to tell you what you do or don't know. I read the notes and I was like, nope, 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 nope. And then I didn't know but Ron Legere and Patrick Curran. I was like, these are some dirty people. Like, oh my God. I looked them up. Mass casualty. Listen, I'm telling you, something that you already know. Now listen, you can reach out to Patterson Law or your investigative team. You can tell them the Big Bad Wolf has made a public statement. And he's offering his services absolutely free of charge. Absolutely no questions asked. I don't want your help. I'm not looking for your approval, and I am not looking for you to support me. That is not what this is. I am a strong, capable, competent, surviving person. Okay? I will deal with these people regardless, but I want you to know that, like, I'm not using this issue. Everything inside of me as an analyst, an IT person, and as a human being, saying these police are really dirty and they're really hiding something. They're doing it with me. And I need to proceed with that, okay, after what they did. So please, when I deal with this and I make these types of statements to them, please know I'm not trying to use this and that my statements and stuff are sincere. I know there is something wrong with these people. Like, I know it at a fundamental level. I'm good with behavior and everything. And I have to deal with this. So please, reach out to those people. And if you question me, call up CTV and ask them about 9330 Highway number 7, Stillwater, Nova Scotia. Ask them about it and watch them lie to you, okay? Then you'll know for sure. Call Patterson Law and ask them about Scott George contacting them. Call them. Okay, everybody. Thank you very much and have a good night, okay?